Welcome back. Well, with me today is, of course, Leslie Gabola of Adapt-2-It. And today, Leslie, we've got a very different subject, and we'd like to welcome your guest, Ben Dickerson of Medterra. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to have you on here today. And let me talk to you first as to why Ben is on with you today.
Okay, well, Ben has a very interesting product, and I'll let him go through the details of it. But we have started to carry a new line of items that will help people with pain relief, with nausea, with sleep, with mood, and basically help their well-being. A lot of times I get people in my store, and it breaks my heart because they come in and they're in such pain. And I had a couple ladies that I'll never forget. When I first started my store, she would come in, she would sit down, and she would cry because she was in such pain with her hip. And the good part of that story is that like a few months later actually, she came in and she was walking around the whole store and she said, I feel great, I had my surgery, I'm wonderful, and I don't have any more pain. And then a lot of other people come in and they're just in pain and they're uncomfortable and they can't sleep because of it. And so we have the opportunity to help that. And as you know, that's what we do with our folks. And anything that we can find that's new, great, and different, we find. And I found Ben, and he has a great product. And so I'll let him tell you about it.
Well, welcome, Ben.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words. Appreciate
it.
it.
And the company is Medterra, and we're going to get into what is this product. It's called CBD. We'll find out. Tell me what that is.
Yes. And
kind of briefly go through what the product is about.
Yeah, so we are a CBD company. We are derived from the hemp plant. CBD is a molecule inside of that plant, and we can actually focus and isolate that. There's a lot of therapeutic benefits to it, such that she's described as inflammation, pain, anxiety, stress, and we've then taken that molecule and reintroduced it into products. So you can consume the product via oil, you can rub a lotion on your skin to treat an affected area, from sleeping. I mean, the list goes on and on. So, we've kind of taken this molecule and then found a way to distribute it to the masses that are in need. Okay,
so I would think that the most obvious question is this medical marijuana? Is it related to that? How is it different?
Yeah, great question. So no, we are not a medical marijuana company. We're a hemp company. All of our hemp is grown in Kentucky under the Kentucky Department of Agriculture. In 2014, they released a hemp research pilot program. So we operate under that. So California medical marijuana business can only stay in California, but Medterra is in all 50 states and 13 countries now. So we've kind of taken the model of a cannabis business. We are zero THC, which means there's nothing psychoactive, which is what the marijuana plant does to you.
Yes.
And we're able to distribute it to the masses and make sure that they can consume the product safely.
So you went over briefly how it can help you. My question is, like with any kind of a product like this, you're using it, maybe I would say probably one of the most common would be some sort of pain. So how would you ingest this or rub it on to relieve your pain, and would it help people with minor pain, somebody who has RA, to what level?
Yeah, so pain is absolutely one of the most common concerns that we get. Definitely helps, especially inflammation, joints, muscle. It's great for that. It's a case by case. Every person's different. I never really know what the right product to recommend to somebody is. We've got tincture oils which you consume orally.
We have.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go.
So I'll hold that up.
Yep, you can just squirt that underneath your tongue, let it sit there for about 15 seconds, and then digest. Usually about 45 to 60 minutes, you start feeling some kind of relief.
Yeah.
But if it's arthritis in your hands, then maybe that's not the best method to get it. Maybe you need to have a more targeted approach to actually getting your CBD on, in which case we would then recommend using a pain cream.
Okay, so this would go on almost like a sunscreen or something. Any kind of a lotion that would go in and
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of, for the pain cream, I always use my father as the example for this, but he's 72 years old, loves to golf, has arthritis in his hands, and after about the 4th or 5th hole, his hands hurt, so he reapplies his pain cream on there, and then about 3 to 5 minutes later, he's got much more mobility in his hands, and he can continue on with the rest of his day. So yeah, it's, you know, there are a list of applications you can use this for.
That one, is it that pill form?
Yeah, this is a gel cap.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got the gel cap here.
Yeah,
so they're all
soft gel. So it's liquid that's been encapsulated in gelatin.
So let's talk about, as far as somebody who may be interested in this, do you need a prescription? And should somebody who is on any kind of meds, I would assume they should check that out. I mean, it doesn't, even if somebody's on, as you would agree with, if somebody's on certain kind of meds, they should even check if they're going to a health food place and getting some kind of vitamin. Sure. Because you never know the interaction.
Yeah, if there's any concern, always ask your physician. You know, it is safe to consume with many medications, but there's so many prescriptions out there that for us to give you a yes or no would just be irresponsible. So yeah, always, if you are worried or have any concern, definitely double check with your doctor.
Now, because it doesn't have any THC, one doesn't have to worry about taking this and driving or failing a drug test if they're going for a job or something like that. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So nothing psychoactive in this product. You can consume it, get behind the wheel, drive from point A to point B very safely. If you overconsume CBD, you're just going to metabolize it. So there's going to be no adverse effect to it except for wasting money, essentially. But yeah, it's completely safe to operate and function.
Okay, now Leslie, you're here for a reason. Is this something you sell in your store, or
yes, now we sell all 3 forms in our store. And then with the gel caps, I don't know if that one does, but they have one with melatonin in it too, so it helps with sleep.
Oh, okay.
So I know that sleeping is an issue with many, many people. And so they have the combination. So if perhaps nighttime pain or anything like that, issues. And they all come in different strengths. So
so you can choose. I saw that on your website, as a matter of fact. Okay.
You can start low, and then if it, work your way up.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so we recognize that you're needing CBD for different reasons. So the amount that you need to consume should be different for every single person. It usually takes 3 to 4 days to kind of figure out what the right amount to consume is. But after that, if you want to purchase a higher strength or a lower strength, like I said, you take a couple of days to figure out what the right amount for you to use, and start from there.
And you were telling me that because of the way the California law is, you're not going to be able to find this in a place like a marijuana dispensary. Of course, Leslie has this, and so that would be the place that they would go.
Yeah, absolutely. So most people think, it's a cannabinoid, I have to go buy it at a dispensary. We're a 0 THC company. You definitely do not need to go to a dispensary to pick this up. California is putting a regulation that if it's not grown in the state of California, then it can't be sold in licensed dispensaries, but that's A-okay because, we sell it at, Adapt-2-It, we sell it at chiropractors, we sell it at health food stores. You can find this all over, but it's definitely easy to access.
Well, I think to me, as somebody, I was explaining, like you and your husband, we're of an era when you hear of kind of medical marijuana, and we kind of think of that kind of hippie era and all that, and we're kind of adverse to that sort of thing, as some people are. But something like this, I think, is just a whole different realm and a way to go, and I think it's fantastic. It's grown in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll look at the fields when I go back to Kentucky in a couple weeks. So.
You're always welcome. Yeah, they've got some. We're working with 500 acres out there. It's pretty impressive.
Very good. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
And Leslie, of course, as always. There we go. Adapt-2-It, of course, you know where they're at. They're right down the street, El Toro, Paseo de Valencia. The number's on the screen for that location, 457-1600, adapt2it.com. We'll see you next time.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.